So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Hi. Just thought I would pop in with a quick little update. It's Tuesday the 21st. I barely filmed anything yesterday. In hindsight, I should have, but I just didn't. So yesterday was busy. Well, in the morning I decided to straighten up my house. It had like just been a mess from the weekend of just like coming in and out, dropping off stuff on the table, and just everything was a mess. So I just took the morning to straighten up my life. And then in the early afternoon, I went over to my parents' house. I picked up my baby sister, and we drove an hour north to Whole Foods because I just had a hankering to go to Whole Foods. And I know she had never been, and she's really into grocery stores, like really nice grocery stores. So I was like, well, why don't you just come along with me? So we went there, we picked out some cheeses for a cheese board I'm gonna make on Wednesday. And then we got some Whole Foods sushi, which was actually delectable. We got for lunch, obviously. And I drove back down to my hometown another hour. And then immediately went back up about 3/4 of the way, where I took my other sister, my little sister, my younger sister, I should say, and she went with me to get my moth tattoo, and I have it now, and I will show you what it looks like. It's pretty, it's wrapped up now, and it hurts. It's a little painful, but I am so pleased with it. Look at it. It is so nice. My artist just is fantastic. He did an amazing job. But yeah, so there it is, finally. And I have been thinking about this tattoo, honestly, even before I started this YouTube channel. But I just used, a milestone to really just like give an excuse to get a tattoo. And I'm glad that I did. But yeah, I'm glad that I finally was able to get this tattoo done. And yeah, like it's both commemorative to this milestone that we've reached, and also just a commemoration of my love for moths. Like, I've always had a fascination with moths ever since I can remember. I don't know what it is about them, but they just really speak to me. And now I have one immortalized on my body. So I'm really happy with it. So yeah, and so after that, my sister and I went out to dinner at this place that was close by to the tattoo shop. Well, not really. It was about like another 15 minutes north. It's a spot that her and I just adore. It's called Pizza by Elizabeth's in Greenville, Delaware. And Greenville is where the president lives. So that's its claim to fame. That's where the current president of the United States lives. But yeah, so it's the sweetest little it's called Pizza by Elizabeth's, but it's so much more than just like a pizzeria. It's just fantastic. It's a fun little spot. But yeah, so we went there, came back home, went to bed. But and now this morning I'm sitting here while I have cookies in the oven. I decided to make some snickerdoodles for both my coworkers at my full-time job and my coworkers at my part-time job. So I'm gonna make them and deliver them today, and then go then finish up some last-minute Christmas shopping. But yeah, and then the rest of the day I plan to just relax. I've just been going, as you know, I've just been going a million miles a minute since the beginning of December. And this week I have off at my full-time job. I took off. And then at my part-time job, they just didn't have hours for me this week or next week. So I'm not working this week, and I'm very happy about it. So, and I want to say thank you to, I've gotten a few messages from people, you know, you guys saying you're concerned about how much I'm doing and how busy I am. And, you know, just making sure I'm getting the rest that I need. And this week I will definitely be getting the rest that I need. It's, yeah, like this time of year is always busy for me, even without doing something like this. Yeah, this year's I'm always doing something. Every weekend is jam-packed. Every week is preparing for the weekend. Especially like this week, I always take off at my full-time job. I always take off a week leading up to Christmas. And during that time, again, even before Vlogmas, it was spent doing last-minute Christmas shopping, finishing up projects around the house I didn't have time to do, you know, during the regular time. So like it's always been busy. So like this is something that I'm personally used to, and my husband is getting more and more used to the fact that we're just going to be busy during this time of the year. But I really do appreciate everyone's concern for my well-being and, you know, making sure that I'm getting the rest that I need, and that makes me feel loved and cared about, and I greatly appreciate everyone's concerns. But I will let you know, not a but I will let you know that I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay, and I'm getting the rest that I need. Especially this week, I'm making it a priority. I'm setting boundaries. Like, you know, there were a couple opportunities this week for me to like do other things, and I said no, which was very hard for me to say no, but I did. So yeah, it's, I am, you know, me from 3 years ago wouldn't have said no. I would have been, you know, like my schedule from 3 years ago was like a lot more jam-packed than it is now. So I'm making progress slowly but surely. But yeah, it's been good. So yeah, I'm going to take my cookies out of the oven, but I just want to give you that quick little update. And yeah, thank you for tuning in and you know, just sharing your concerns, and you know, I appreciate every one of them. back again. So I wanted to show you a little package that I got in the mail this morning from my friend Tracy, Grizzly Knits. I'd recommend you check her out both on YouTube, and she has an Etsy shop where she sells progress keepers and stitch markers. She's just like an amazing artist. But she sent me this little gift. I want to show you what she sent me. Well, first of all, she sent me a sweet little note. Not going to show you it obviously, but adorable. And she sent me these silly little stickers. I'll show you. There's a few of them, but it says, I drink and I knit things. Cracks me up. Love it. Definitely will be putting those on several places. And then she included this little sip and stitch enamel pin. So funny. I love it. Hilarious. And then she sent me the skein of Akara yarns. She said this is made in Canada. Very, very pretty. It's their tweed fingering. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% tweed neps or viscose. So pretty. I love this color. I've been really drawn to browns lately. This make a beautiful pair of socks. I can't wait to make something out of it. And then, and then she included a set of her stitch markers and a progress keeper. The set is called Snowy Sparrow. A little bird right there. I love it. It's adorable. Can't wait to use them. I love Tracy's stitch markers and progress keepers. I use them all the time. But yeah, definitely check her out. She just makes some amazing, amazing stuff. But yeah, so that was just another sweet little surprise. I just love this time of the year. I'm the type of person who loves giving gifts. Like, gift giving is one of my love languages. And like, I never expect anything back, of course, but when I do get a gift and it's so well thought out, and you know, you could tell that they thought of you and all that stuff, it really like makes a difference, and it really just like warms my heart. But thank you so much, Tracy. I am cherishing this gift, and I will cherish it for a really long time. Hi everyone, it is Wednesday the 22nd, and I am about to wrap up some Christmas presents, but I wanted to do a little bit of a recap of what I've made so far for Christmas presents. I have one that's about halfway done, But I wanted to do a little wrap up because I tried taking pictures of these because they're hats, and hats are so hard to photograph when they're not on someone's head, and I was just getting really distraught. So I'm like, well, why don't I just like put them on and show you? So as you might be aware, I knit everyone in my family, or everyone in my immediate family, my parents and my siblings, a hat for Christmas. And I guess I will just show off what I made and like the process and the fiber and everything. So we'll start with this one. This is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. And I knit this with Knit Picks. It's their cashmere blend. It's like 80% merino wool, 20% cashmere. I can't remember what it's called. It's in a previous video, but yep. And in like a little smoky blue or smoky light blue, almost gray, like a grayish blue color. And this is a hat. It's very simple, very utilitarian. This is for my youngest sister. And hopefully it'll keep her head warm during the cold winter months. We had a really cold day yesterday and today, so hopefully this will keep her little ears warm. The Oslo hat is knit with you knit a large section of it, and then you fold it over, and this is a folded over brim, and then you fold it again, so you have like a triple layer brim, so it keeps your ears nice and warm. So that is the first Oslo hat. And then the second Oslo hat I made for my other sister, and this is also the Oslo hat by Petite Knit, and I made it in the Knit Picks alpaca blend. So it's 20% merino, or no, it's fully alpaca. I believe it's alpaca soft. I might be wrong, but this is the alpaca blend in a little in a beige color. Again, simple, utilitarian, meant for keeping ears warm. I did make it a size bigger than this one because my sister has very thick hair, and I didn't want it to like squish her head, you know. I didn't want her hair to be ruined in the process of just wearing a hat. But again, hopefully it keeps her ears warm. But yep, that's hat number 2. All right. Then we got hat number 3, which is the Musselburgh hat. And this is knit in Knit Picks gloss fingering, which is a blend of merino and silk. And I made this one in, I believe this colorway is called Harvest. I made this one for my brother. All the hats are simple this year. It's just, you know, a hat to keep your head warm, really. It isn't anything, you know, fashion forward. But I think I like the shape of the Musselburgh hat more than the Oslo hat in hindsight. But you know, they're very similar in terms of structure, but yeah. So yeah, that's my first Musselburgh hat, and then I made a second one for my dad, and this is again in Knit Picks gloss fingering, and I think this is the colorway Rosemary. And this is a size smaller than this one because my dad likes a more tight-fitting hat. Hopefully they like them. Okay, and then my last one, I did the Puffy Poof hat by Jessie May, and this one is for my mom, and I used Wool Ease Thick and Quick for this one. I did the hat with the no brim, but it's long enough that like you can fold over the brim and it works out just fine. So yep, that is the Puffy Poof hat. I opted not to do the pom-pom for my mom because she's not a pom-pom person. At least I don't think she is, at least not for this hat. So yeah, that is all the hats that I made for my family for Christmas, and I am about to wrap them up, and I'm excited to give them to them Christmas morning. Hi guys, it is Thursday, December 23rd. Vlogmas is almost over. It's so strange. Got a little stretchy dog. All big stretches. But yeah, so here I am. I've been running around all over the place, been pretty crazy all morning. I went grocery shopping. I've been getting my house ready, both for little get-togethers I'm having tonight, yes, plural get-togethers, and for Christmas Eve tomorrow, hosting my husband's side of the family, and I just finished my friend's hat that I made for her for Christmas. So it's been a little bit busy this morning. Not really upset about it, like it is what it is. But I thought I would take this time to open up my advents because I haven't done that yet. And we will start with Stacy from Stress Knits. And this colorway is tie-dye. Very, very pretty. The purples and the mint greens. This purple kind of reminds me of, you know, when you get like the tri-colored sorbet, this might just be an East Coast or Pennsylvania region thing. I don't know if Turkey Hill ice cream is synonymous wherever you guys are. Turkey Hill has a tri-color sorbet where it's orange, green, and purple, and it's orange, lime, and raspberry. And the raspberry color looks just like this, like dusty purple. Looks very yummy to me. The green sorbet is probably more like this green. So you got 2 out of the 3 colors in the tricolor sorbet from Turkey Hill, or sherbet, or whatever you want to call it. So it's definitely sherbet. But anyway, so moving on to Kelsey knitting the Kabi. Day 23, and that is just fear me, love me, do what I say, and I will be your slave. Very pretty light blue. And this is naturally dyed with indigo. It's a beautiful, just barely there blue. So you could definitely see it more next to this. Almost like a robin's egg blue, but probably like a lot lighter. But yeah, so those are the Advent skeins for today. And yeah, I just I have about 2 hours until the first group comes through. I'm hosting, I'm having about 8 girls from my church and my sister and my cousin coming over to decorate gingerbread houses. One of the girls requested that we do that this year, so I was like, you know what, I'll host that at my house. Why not? Like, it'll be fun. So I have my own gingerbread house. They're all bringing their own, and then I have some little extras to like help decorate their house. I haven't made a gingerbread house since I was very young, so I'll see how that goes. And then I never showed you the finished product of my friend's hat. Maybe I'll show you later. It's just a poopy poof hat, but in the in that pink color that I've been working on. It sheds when you work with that yarn. It shed really bad. Like you'll probably see in the beginning of this clip, but like my thighs were like white. Sorry, May does this thing. You probably won't be able to see it. May does this thing. I have a sliding glass window right here. And like where the 2 sliding doors like intersect, there's like this little corner and on the bottom, and May likes to like put her nose in that corner and just snort. I don't know why. She's always done it since she was a puppy, and it's always so strange, and I don't understand why she does it. And like I try to catch her doing it every once in a while, but I can never catch her. But it's so weird. She's such a weird dog. Like this one. Blue's even weirder. I have 2 very strange dogs. Blue's just content. She has her own bed, but she'd much rather sit on the couch. And May just, now that she's done snorting, she's just hanging out in the sun, keeping warm. Because this time of the day, the sun comes through the back of our house. very nice. But yeah, let's see other things going on. Yeah, Christmas Eve tomorrow, hosting, before I host my in-laws, my husband and I will be going to our church's candlelight Christmas Eve service where they asked Phil and I to do the Advent reading. So that would be nice. I don't think we're live streaming. I normally live stream the service. It's like my job to live stream the service for the church, but I don't think we're doing that. I don't think we did it last year. We definitely didn't do it last year. So, because it's a lot more, it's like a condensed service. But then with a candlelight, you know, you're singing, you know, Christmas songs, Oh Holy Night, Silent Night, you know, Away in a Manger, you know, the standards, with holding a candle. Always fun memories. That was always a Christmas tradition growing up. When I was a teenager, we kind of like stopped doing it. Well, when I was growing up, my church was huge. It was like, it was one of the biggest churches in Delaware. It definitely doesn't hold up to that now, but when I was younger, it was like the biggest church in Delaware. And my pastor at the time would have like a Christmas open house for like all of his friends and some of the people in the congregation to like come through, you know, kind of like a big potluck, you know, come through, greet each other for Christmas. You know, the kids would all run around and play around, and it would be like a fun time. And then right after that, that open house, everyone would everyone would migrate over to the church. My pastor lived about 5 minutes from the church. Everyone would migrate from his house to the church, and then they would have their Christmas Eve service. And then, you know, the church was huge, so they would light the whole place. Everyone would have a little candle in their hand, you know, at the end of the service, after the message, you know, about the birth of Jesus Christ and all that stuff. And, you know, the fulfilling of the prophecy and all this, you know, we all know. Yeah, then we would have our candlelight service, and then we would go home, and it would just always be such a fun time. And I remember one night specifically, my sister saw it, and I think I saw the tail end of it as we were leaving the church. It was really, really cold, and we thought it was gonna snow, but it wasn't, but the sky was clear. And my sister saw a shooting star, like just as we were walking out, and like I saw the tail end of it. But like that's always like a fun little memory that I've always had. But yeah, so that's what I like. As like I got older and that pastor retired and my family started doing their own thing, like we stopped really going to Christmas Eve services, especially since my husband's family normally celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve. That way their daughters-in-law could spend, me and my sister-in-law could spend our Christmas days with our immediate families. So they're always Christmas Eve. So for about like 9 years, I never really attended Christmas Eve services besides last year. And now this year we weren't planning on attending, but then my pastor asked us to do the Advent reading. So now we're doing that. So yeah, Christmas Eve services will always have a special place in my heart. It's just like such a warm and, you know, uplifting time and a reminder as to why we, at least in the Christian community, celebrate Christmas and remember why we're celebrating, and to focus on Christ and not so much the materialism of it all, like, you know, to get all Charlie Brown on us, to the materialism, the commercialism, you know, the red, white, and green Christmas of it all, you know. Christmas definitely is my favorite season, and I do tend to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of Christmas, and yeah, sometimes I just need to be like pulled back and reminded the reason of the season, you know. Not to get all preachy, but that's more for me, not for you, but like me talking to myself. But anyway, so yeah, I've just been kind of reminiscing on some of the things about Christmas that made me love Christmas. And I was having this conversation with my sister on Monday about Christmas music, and how the only, like, my preferred way to listen to Christmas music is on the local radio station. And I'm not a fan of the Christmas CDs. I do, you know, the Spotify like classic Christmas playlist, but like it just like never, it just doesn't hit right. And like I have like my my Christmas vinyl records, but there's something about local radio and how they curate Christmas music, and even like the silly like local commercials and like the jingles for the radio station. And then like if you're driving at 8 o'clock at night or later, then you get Delilah. Does anyone know who Delilah is? I know she's like syndicated radio personality who like does like advice, kind of like a Frasier, but like with music. It'll be more like, you know, hi Delilah, I am deployed, I'm in Afghanistan and my family's back at home. Can you dedicate a song to them? And then they start talking about how special their family is and how important family is, and you know, like this, that, and the other. But like, it's so like Delilah has been a staple on the radio for as long as I can remember. She's still going strong, but yeah, like it just takes me back to when I was younger, like when I was in elementary school, and my family had this, you know, at the time was like a fairly nice like stereo. We had like the big, you know, like speakers and like that thing in the middle where you could play like 5 CDs and then a cassette player, and then you could also do the radio. You just had to like hook up the antenna and like put it on top of our TV stand. But and during the day, like my mom had a few like Christmas CDs. She had like Barbra Streisand and Celine Dion and a couple like big band Christmases, but we always put on the radio station. It was Sunny 104.5 back in the day. I don't think it doesn't exist anymore, but we would just play it throughout the day. Like here again, those silly little commercials, those silly little jingles, and you know, but it was just like the perfect curated Christmas music station. And so like now that's all I listen to. Like from December 1st to December 25th, my car is going at 99.5 WJBR, which is our local station. And yeah, there's just something about local radio, local FM radio, Christmas music. I don't know, how do you guys feel about that? Like it was just something that I was really reflecting on, and like there was just something so special about something that is taken for granted, you know, the radio. But yeah, like there's just something special to me about Christmas radio. Is there something, you know, about the Christmas season or the holiday season in general that like gives you a good kind of nostalgic feeling, or you know, that you know, something about this time, like okay, like I just need, you know, that Christmas radio and then it's officially Christmas, or you know, I need to attend my church's candlelight Christmas Eve service and then it's Christmas, or you know, we gotta make duck, or we gotta order out Chinese food on Christmas Day, like in the Christmas Story, and then it's Christmas. Like what are your holiday traditions? I would love to hear down below. There's some, you know, they just make holiday traditions just make me happy, and hearing everyone else's traditions and what makes the holidays special to you, I would love to hear all about it. But yeah, sorry, I just went off on a tangent about what makes Christmas special to me. It's kind of cheesy, but it's, you know, it's true. It's such a special season for me, at least. If I don't check in with you tonight, I will definitely check in with you tomorrow. I know I will definitely be wrapping up Stacy's Advent tomorrow. She just has the one little 24th skein and then the big skein to wrap that up, but Kelsey's Advent goes to the end of the month. So I'm gonna wrap that up in my next podcast episode, which I plan to put out, not this upcoming Sunday, because you'll probably seen enough of me, you're probably getting tired of me, but the following Sunday, which would be January 2nd. That's my plan. And then I'll you know, go through all the Advent skeins and name them. And but yeah, so that is my plan. Other than that, like, and I'll try to get some little clips of, you know, the gingerbread houses, and you know, I'm making a cheese board tonight. I went to Whole Foods and got all kinds of good cheeses. I'm so excited to put them out for my friend. I'm just stoked. So yeah, I'll leave this here, and if I don't talk to you tonight, I will talk to you tomorrow to wrap up Vlogmas. Everyone, and Merry Christmas Eve. I am just here. It is about 4:30 and I've been just super busy all day today, getting my house ready, doing a little bit of editing for today's Vlogmas video, or this week's Vlogmas. Phil and I exchanged gifts today. Sorry, blue coughing. Phil and I exchanged gifts today. Been cooking, cleaning, and in about an hour we'll be heading out to our church for our Christmas Eve service. But before I close off Vlogmas, I wanted to finish up at least Stress Knit's Advent, because hers goes to, and like most Advents, only goes up to the 24th, and then you have a big skein for the 25th. Kelsey, Knitting Nakabi's Advent goes to the end of the month. So we won't be finishing hers today, but I will be showing off her her final skeins in my next podcast episode. But I wanted to just show off what Stacy put together for, and I'll show Kelsey too, obviously. But I'll close off Stress Knit's Advent. So for her 24th skein, which is her mini skein, she has Willow, which is this beautiful forest green tonal. So pretty. I've loved all of her colors this year. There's not a dud in the entire collection, as to be expected. She does such beautiful work with colors, and I just love her color palette. It's just like fantastic. So that's day 24, Willow. And then we have the 25th skein, which is a full 100-gram skein, and this is On the Tree. And look at how beautiful, again with greens on like a little bit of a beige base, some flecks of brown and dark blue and red. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I'm so excited to make something up with it. I got some really good sock yarn this year, and I can't wait to make all the socks. I was just thinking to myself, I haven't knit a pair of socks since October, which is very strange for me. But I'm excited to get back into sock knitting in the new year. So that is, that wraps up Stacy's Advent, which I'm thrilled. Totally worth the money and the wait. I mean, like, I'm just blown away by her, and I'm so happy that I snagged one of her Advents this year. All right, so moving on from that, we're gonna go to Kelsey's. And her 24th skein is False Alarms, which is naturally dyed with pomegranate. Who would have thought pomegranate would bring out this, like, you probably see it better next to the skein. This like beautiful sage green. Like you can't really, like now it looks like kind of like a gray, but if you hold it up to the green, you can see the green. Sorry, the lighting is so bad. Like the sun went like just behind. I was like a couple minutes too late, but this is Kelsey's right here. The one on the, I don't know if this is gonna be flipped, but this is Kelsey's. So beautiful. I've just been, oh, speaking of Labyrinth, I have I have Netflix up, and look what just got recommended to me. How funny. But yeah. so yeah, I've been obsessed with sage green this past year, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. I keep like going through all Kelsey's skeins and being like, I wonder if she'll like make this like, I wonder if she'll add this into her rotation of like colors that she dyes all the time, because like they're just so beautiful. There's been so many skeins in her collection where I've just like been like, that would make a beautiful sweater. It's such beautiful colors, and her yarn, you know how much I rave about her yarn. But I've been loving Kelsey's Advent as well. You know, I always rave about her yarns, and this is no exception. And of course, like she has done such a fantastic job so far. I still have about like 7 more skeins to go until it's over, but I know it's all going to be fantastic. She just does such a fantastic job, and I am so proud of her. You know, her first Advent, she did such a fantastic job, and I can't wait to take these mini skeins and make something pretty great out of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. I would love to do a granny stripe blanket, but I don't know if I'm gonna do like separate blankets or if I'm gonna like meld them together, you know? Like do like okay, like this was my Advent 2021 blanket, and then have both Advents together and make a pretty large blanket, or if I'm gonna do 2 separate ones. I don't know. And I also want to try to figure out, I'm gonna have to play around with it. This is gonna be like a year-long project, but yeah, so I'm so happy. I love, like last year was the first year I did a yarn Advent, and I loved it. I still haven't finished my blanket from then. I really need to finish that just for the sake of finishing it. But yeah, and I love doing these. Like this is so much fun. It's such a fun extra little gift that you get every day. Like growing up, like my family never did like Advent calendars. You know, like, or like when you get little chocolates or something in them, like that was just something we never did. So the concept of this is like still kind of new to me, but I love it. I think it's pretty fantastic, and then it gives me an excuse, not like it gives you guys a little bit of content too, to see, you know, what you get in an Advent calendar, and yeah, so yeah, I think like Phil should be coming home any minute, and but I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. But I wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know it's a busy time of the year, as you know, like as you might have seen from me. I know it's a busy time of year for everybody, and you guys took the time to check in and comment and message me. Like it was, you know, I'm so happy that I was able to share this time of the year with you guys, and I am really looking forward to what 2022 has in store. And I'm gonna leave it there because you know, it's you know, we said, what's 2021 gonna have in store for us? But in terms of my knitting and my craft and honing my crafts, I am excited to see what 2022 has in store for me, for us, for this channel. I'm really excited. Like I plan on like doing like sitting down and like I plan on like sitting down and really contemplating what I want my 2022 crafting little world to look like, and I'm excited to share that with you. I think I'm definitely gonna talk about that in my upcoming podcast. So yeah, we shall see. But I'm gonna leave this here for you guys. I think I'm gonna post this on Christmas Day, so hopefully you guys get to watch it. But yeah, I'm going to leave this here. So again, thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Or if anything, if you at least live in the, like if you at least get a little bit of break from work or school or whatever, I hope you enjoy it. But until we talk again, stay safe everyone, keep knitting, and I will see you all later.